And the bike.
The bike too?
Yeah, one bike, but him not eat that much.
Okay. Yeah, brother.
There's a phone with Sandland because I can't use my phone.
Yeah, but yeah, no, man, I'm for text time for the road. So I'll chill gently in that too. I'll chill gently in that too.
Yes, a little girl. Then this guy and another lady is in there. She can't move. She would have probably break.
In the police car, she lay down.
They just look her from here.
She can't move.
She lived down, she worked down the road.
Yes, but check.
So the edited version of the video that you just watched is of an accident that took place on Waterloo Road. For those of you that don't know, that is where the Devon House ice cream along that road, going towards, like you're going towards Mega Mart, right at that stoplight. Not the one on Hope Road or Old Hope Road, the next one that leads down to where you go to Susie's or leads down to where you go to 7th Avenue Plaza. So based on the information that I am getting, it is said that there were a couple of vehicles involved, a bike, some sorts of collision. It is said that speeding was the motive or the reason. People get broke up, and because of YouTube's policy, I cannot show that for obvious reasons. One specific young girl was hurt. It is said that it seems as if the whole affair had mashed up. She is going to suffer some sorts of brain injury. She might even be in a sort of vegetative state for the rest of her life if she actually lives. Now, people, like me say, on an annual basis, 400, 500 people. However, people treat the regular road, especially in the prime time, as if it is Vernon Field. They do not slow down in any less, and they do not care. However, people, like they always say, haste makes waste. Haste make people lose them life. Haste make people get injured, and such is the case in this case. Now, I hope that whoever caused this accident, their conscience is going to tug on them when them think say a little girl that was going about her business in her parents' vehicle is going to be affected for the rest of her life if she actually lives. I hope that they are going to ask themselves the question, is it worth it? Whatever you was speeding for, whatever money you was going to gain, wherever you needed to go in such a rush, why didn't you get up earlier? However, people like me always said, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. So stuff like this speaks volume about the mindset of the people. They see this on a daily, annual, weekly, monthly basis. However, it does not dawn on them that maybe if we slow down, a lot of persons won't lose their life unnecessarily, prematurely. But people like me say, in a Jamaica, it is a selfish culture, recklessness, negligence, and just impatience. It is rampant, it is sad. So therefore, persons are going to get hurt, persons are going to lose their life, all because of these knuckleheads. Such is the case, in this case, point blank and period. So about a day ago, I got this picture that you see on your screen. The caption of the picture reads, Vintage Crime Fighters, Bad Boy Police. If you look at the picture on the left, that is BIGGA Fords with the dreads. If you look in the middle, that is Reneto Adams, and then to the right. Don't remember that person's name, however, me know say him as some sorts of popo or some sorts of inspector. Now when you think about the present crime situation in Jamaica, with these youths getting from bad to worse. We just hope, or me, myself, maybe I speak for most persons, that we could actually rewind the hands of time. Remix what we used to have before when things were much, much better, a little bit different, well, a whole lot different. When these criminal elements that were out there actually fear, or these po-po put fear in the living daylight of these criminals. Whenever these po-po roll up by themselves or with the troop, people have to take with themselves before them get take with. What we see nowadays is that there's a blatant disrespect for the po-po and for the residents. There's a bridge of communication that is broken. So therefore, there is no sorts of respect. We see all sorts of videos circulating all over social media with people at this the po-po at this the residents, po-po and soldier clot up the residents. However, all that does is widen the gap. So back in the days of the BIGGA FEUD, the Leng, the Amin, and other po-po that have name, these po-po would never get disrespected. These po-po, even though I am not going to say they were liked, it is different for people to like you or dislike you and also disrespect you. Those po-po were not liked by criminal elements. They were loved by society that are legal, law-abiding, tax-paying citizens. However, they were respected by all. So therefore, whenever them pull up, the people who know so them need to take with themselves or go take with themselves, or else them know they were going to get the full brunt of the law. So it only shows you the difference. The mindset, the criminals have gotten worse, and also the po-po, they are ineffective. And I am not going to say that there's no sorts of po-po where pull up and put in any sorts of fear. However, we can't name one or two of them like back in the days. We had so many. Put the names in the comment section because I forget at this time. So people, me just say, desperate times calls for desperate measure. And Jamaica has been as desperate as it can get, with all of this crime running rampant, with persons losing their life, 14, 15, 1,300 people on an annual basis. This is a time if we ever needed any sorts of top crime fighters, as in the likes of Reneto, BIGGA FEUD, and the likes of those. Because what we have right now, it seems as if some sorts of water cup, or the thing just water down, and BLOOD just a run like water. Point blank and period. So the picture that you see on the screen is what you call Jamaican rum fruit black cake. Very popular in the Christmas. However, it could be used for all sorts of occasions, including weddings, birthday, on a daily basis. The name of the person that is selling this cake, it is called Aunt Glenna's Premium Rum and Fruit Cake. If you look at the screen, you could see the moistness of the cake. You could see that this cake has a whole bunch of fruit. This is the best cake that I have tasted as it pertains to Jamaican rum and black cake. You could contact her 1-876-456-0773. Contact number again 1-876-456-0773. The cakes are available for pickup in a Jamaica, Ocherius or Kingston. You could also have it shipped via Knutsford Express Courier for an additional 1,000 Jamaican dollars. That is the shipping. The cakes come in 3 pound, 4 pound, 5 pound. There's also availability in the United States starting as of the end of this week. So therefore, anybody orders any cake in the United States, it could be shipped to you from Florida. Phone number again, 1-876-456-0773.
All like that, married at the pan gun, dog. 2 live, 1 up on the gun. Yeah, live. Enough live one, enough the folk, man, then the live. All him two look like he boss off.
Now, the audio that you just heard is from an incident that occurred in Matthews Lanes or along Matthews Lane. That is in Dunkirk, where it is said that a man, 30-year-old Michael Barrett, known as BLOOD, pretty much was laying in a pool of his own, BLOOD. Now, when I was a youth, my mother always told me, if you can't hide, don't thief, or don't thief if you can't hide. That means if you know, more than likely you're going to get catch, I better you leave it alone. She wasn't advising me to be a very cautious criminal. She just say, it don't make no sense. You can't be pennywise and pound foolish. It seems as if Mr. Barrett did not live by these principles. Now, the reason why I say this is that whenever you are involved in criminal activity and you can't hide, it is as if the opposition or you is fishing in a bucket. You will be easily accessible. That means your life would be easily taken from you. Now, people, one thing that we know about the garrison is that people in the garrison talk. Everybody knows everybody business. Everybody know who are what this one, who are SUCK this one. Everybody knows who is the gangster. Everybody knows who lose them life, what was the motive, and who was the assailants. If me, myself, as a blogger, can be all the way in Florida and hear about every incident that took place in Jamaica, not just me, most bloggers that are out there, news bloggers. Why is it that you would think that if you do some sorts of deed, the people in the community, the victim parents, the opposition, they are not going to hear exactly what had taken place? It seems as if Mr. Barrett was not too bright. Mr. Barrett got caught while ops was fishing in a bucket. Mr. Barrett, it is said, that was at some sorts of furniture store along with his father, Mr. Barrett Sr., Alfonso Barrett that is. When a couple of people blazing, tell them nobody move, nobody gets hurt, it was a lie. Well, actually, the younger Barrett, 30-year-old Mr. BLOOD, he decided that he was going to run, so therefore he did not obey the commands. I think that he would have lost his life anyway, based on the outcome, based on the final results. It is said that the young Mr. Barrett tried to run, the junior tried to run. However, after the smoke cleared, the only thing that was running was his BLOOD. The whole of his cranium, everything, his thoughts, his mind, everything in his head pretty much was splattered out. Have you ever seen those commercials in which them fling some sorts of melon from up at the top of some sorts of high-rise building and then it drop and splash out? That was how it splashed out. It seems as if some kind of EXPLODED in his cranium, all of his thoughts, all of his marrow was out on the street. Splash out. This was probably the worst that I've ever seen. What was even worse, not only did they aim for the upper body, in the head, he was also losing, look like some sorts of tour or something. So people, when them say, you go low, I go high, it seems as if these gunmen were going low and high with the high-powered rifle. Such is the case, and Mr. Young, BLOOD, lost his life. So like I said, his name was being called up for the loss of life of one known as Popeye, influential person, so-called Don. So therefore, if me can be all the way in America, and my links can call me and tell me say, the reason why he lost his life is as some sorts of reprisal. Are you going to tell me that nobody, no sorts of little birdie, never tap him on the shoulder and tell him, say, listen, you don't know, so them people are going to come back for you. You are going to tell me after your name is being called up or it is alleged that you're involved in some sorts of real gangster losing their life. You're going to be working alongside your father in some sorts of furniture store and did not expect this. I expect more from these so-called gangsters. But people, then again, I guess this is why they are called fully duns. Point blank and period.
Jaja.
Yo, just throw him on in my back, bro. I'm gonna breed bad man. Come in on my dog, man. Come on,
Melania?
come back live, dog.
So the edited version of the video that you just heard is of an incident that took place in a Spanish town, where it is said that there was some sorts of pie outs. Don't know if this man was involved. The picture that you see on the screen right here as I speak. The caption on the picture says, "It is effed up to write RIP on your picture, bro, but rest in peace up, my bro." Now, people, like me say, me no know the status of this man if he was an innocent victim just caught in the crossfire. However, based on the information, it is said that there is some sorts of gang flare-up as it pertains to turf, as it pertains to extortion. So we say if this man is innocent, it is very sad. If he is involved, he should know the consequences. However, I think, don't know for sure. As soon as I get some more pertinent information from my sources, I'll be sure to divulge ASAP. So anyways, people, thanks once again for checking out my video. If you appreciate videos like these, please show your appreciation by liking, commenting, sharing and subscribing to my channel. That is how YouTube promotes videos like these to like-minded, sensible persons like yourself. And last but not least, please subscribe to my next channel. It is called Jamaica Dancehall Source. I'll be pinning the link to that channel in the description of this video. Bless up.